Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains, North Carolina. And tonight I want to take a look at another GMRS piece of equipment. You know, I've been playing with GMRS now for about 3 months. This is the MTX 400. I've got the MTX 115 installed in the pickup truck. And so I've got kind of a base and a mobile. But I was looking at some of the other stuff they had on there. And going along with the kind of emergency preparedness videos I've been making on radio equipment and such, really thought this kind of fit well into it. This is a Midland base camp radio. This thing has a lot of features. It is model number XT511. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up. But this thing is like a jack of all trades. It's an AM and FM broadcast radio. It is also a weather band radio, and it is also a GMRS base station. It's like a little mini base that you can have out there. Now you can run it off of power, or it does have a hand crank, so it's a way of producing its own power, and I think that really makes this kind of a cool product. Again, I've not played with it yet, but just looking at stuff online, it certainly seemed like it would be a great addition here at the farm. So let me go ahead and pull this out. Wow, yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff in here. A lot of stuff. Here we go, but I'm gonna actually put that down. We'll look at that last. First, I'm gonna take a look at this. Looks like it does have its own rechargeable battery pack, which is nice. So that's kind of cool. So we'll go ahead and install that here in a second. User's manual on that. It's pretty nice. All in English. Looks like it's about 26 pages long. That's cool too. And then we got our mic here, because again, this radio looks a lot like the emergency crank up weather radios you can find pretty much everywhere, but this one definitely has some neat tricks up its sleeve. So yeah, and one of those is the ability to transmit GMRS and FRS frequencies. So looks like we got a plug-in power cord here, and this looks like a nice strap for it. That's cool too. Yeah, definitely. And then it looks like also a car charger or car power as well. So it really comes with a variety of ways to get the unit powered up. Let me go ahead. I'm going to sit down. I'll get this thing closer in, and we'll take a closer look at this radio. All right, so here we go. And let's just take a look at it. It's got this little sticker on here that shows some of the features that it has and stuff. But wow. So band, these switches over here, we'll start at the front. GMRS, weather, FM, and AM. I love the fact that it has that. And then we have alkaline or rechargeable. So if you want to use regular AA's, it looks like AA's, might be triples, then you wouldn't have to use that if you didn't want to, but I'm going to leave that on rechargeable. Looks like it's got some kind of, oh wow, yeah, so it's got a light on the end, so there's the on-off for that. Then we have our volume on and off, as well as tone control, which is kind of cool. That's neat. Hopefully y'all can see that. And then we have our tuning. It looks like it's not a dial, it's like a rocker to go forward one. Up on the top, PTT select. And then we have our menu / SOS button. Not sure what that is, but it looks cool. Monitor, scan. I love the fact that it's got scan. And lock / call. So that's really cool. And here in the back, our flip up antenna. And our little handle. To be honest with you, I kind of thought the handle was the antenna, so that's cool that it's got an antenna, and that's really nifty. Back here I see a little hook, and I'll bet you $1 that is where you can place your microphone when you're not using it. On this side, the dynamo. So it has the ability to self-charge, self-run. That is a really cool feature for a GMRS radio. That's just awesome. On this side, looks like we have a USB out. Sure do. So you could use the dynamo to actually charge a item if you needed to. And then we have our microphone plugins, mic and speaker here. So I'll go ahead and plug that in. We've got a little warning here. It says, please ensure the rechargeable battery pack is installed in the radio before using the AC or DC adapters. Okay, so there we go. And it's covering the little plug-in for the AC and DC adapters. So let me go ahead. I'll pull the cover off the rear here. I might have to use both hands. Hold on. There we go. Oh, wow. Switch to high power to get maximum range is the little warning that's in there. And so we do have the ability to run this off of regular AA batteries, or in my case, I'm going to be running it off of this. I think it goes in probably like this. Not bad. All right, go ahead and close that back up. Now I wonder if this thing has a charge on it. Probably not, but never know. Now I'll go ahead and peel off this little sticker here that shows us all the various things you can do. Oh wow, so it does have a clock as well. I'll bet you it has an alarm on it then if it has. Yep, it sure does. Alarm on and off, hour and minute. Boy, this thing is perfect for camping, man. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. I'm also going to hook up the GMRS mic here. It's a small mic, but I'll tell you what, it actually is it has a very substantial feel to it. It's very heavy duty, nice positive click when you key down on it. And then there's got the that type of style there, so it's not like a 4-pin or anything like that. So let me go ahead and plug that in. Isn't that awesome? It's just, isn't that just great? The whole thing is just kind of, it's everything it looked like it would be online. So let me go ahead, I'm going to plug this thing into the outlet, and we'll hook it up and take a look at some of the features and functions on it. Alright, I've got it plugged in, I've got the battery charging, I've got everything hooked up the way I want it to be hooked up. The speaker's on the back, my little antenna here is up. I don't have the strap on, which I probably will put the strap and install that at some point, but for right now I do like the fact that it's got this little convenient carry handle here. But as you can see, it's got a clock on here too, so this really is like, I can just envision this as the little perfect camping buddy, you know what I mean? It just kind of has all the features you'd want. And check it out, if I push the button, it actually is backlit, which I did not realize as well when I ordered this thing. So that really gives us some extra features that are cool. So we have our time, and guess what? It also has an alarm. So I could set this thing as a alarm clock, and I think that also makes it great for camping. But let's go ahead, I'm going to turn it on, and it's in GMRS mode right now, so let's see what we get. And alright, so there we are, and of course if I want to roll through the channels I can. If I wanted to go to scan, I could. Awesome. Liking that. So I'll turn scan back off. And let's go through this again. So our battery choice I currently have rechargeable on. I could turn on that light. That's a nice little light. Again, these are like the light feature is something that you might need at some point, but it's not obviously its primary function. It is nice that they include stuff like that. Now, okay, so let's go into monitor or menu and see what kind of stuff we got. Okay, yeah, this is definitely some of the stuff. Okay, so there's our calls. So some of these things remind me of the sounds that an Atari might make, if any of you are old enough to remember that. But we do have a lot of stuff going on in the menus. We can do our codes if you want to just have private conversations. That is available. Power level here, I'm going to keep it on high, but something you can switch on. Vox, yeah. Beep, I'm going to turn that off so it doesn't bother us. And now you see the beep is off. I'm not sure what CA is, nor am I sure what that is. So some of these things, oh, dual watch, I'll bet that is what it was. Yeah, gosh, you know. So I probably do need to go through it. Power level, Vox, beep, Roger beep. Oh, sweet. So Roger beep on and off. That's awesome. Call, we just went through that, and then we have dual watch. I could do it on, and then I could change it through whatever channel. So if I wanted to scan through the channels and then have a channel that was just going to be our meat channel, then that would be perfect for that. So that's really neat. It does have an SOS button. Let me try and hold it. No, I don't know. I'll have to figure out how to get into that, but very cool. And then select, PTT select, it's transmitting. So this is also cool. I didn't realize it when I bought it. I thought if you were going to do any talking, hello, hello, hello. Well, it's rolling around the scan. There we go, channel 5, channel 5. Hello, channel 5. Right? I thought it was all mandatory to do it off of that. Turns out you don't. You don't even need to have the microphone with you. It has a small microphone built in right there, and it has push to talk right here. So again, I can say, hello. Well, let's see it roll around. But there it is. So you do have the ability to use the built-in mic, and you have a push to talk. So a lot of features on this little booger that I just did not know it came with. Now go ahead over to Weather Channel and let's see what we can find here. pretty far away from the weather stations around here. So, yeah, no weather on this, but I'll bet you down, down in a more populated part of the country or someplace closer to one of the repeaters, you'd probably get all those. But that's cool that it even has that. We'll move to FM. Obviously, with copyright stuff, I won't stay on anything for very long. So it does have a scan feature. If you want to go bit by bit, you can. If you want to hold it, it goes to scan. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, I'm going to move over to AM because that's where I live. We'll do the same thing. We'll hit scan and see if it comes up with anything. I get 0 reception up here. I might get 1 or 2 stations. Let's see. It's coming up on one of them here shortly. But, at night when the skip rolls in on AM band, you can pick up a whole lot of cool stuff, and I have no doubt this radio would be good for that. Let me go back to 980. So pretty cool. Definitely liking that. I'll go back to GMRS for now. I definitely like the fact that it's backlit. That was such a treat. And I definitely like the fact that the dynamo, if I don't have, if the batteries on board go dead and I don't have AA batteries, I can recharge this thing, or not really recharge it, but use it. You just give it a minute or two charge. With the USB out, that's also pretty darn cool, the ability to recharge, say, these ones here, because this is hooked to a USB charging port as well. You can hook right from there to there and charge it. So these two are kind of like the perfect little pair here. You went camping with family or friends, and you put these on your side and went off for a hike, and this thing could be sitting on the old picnic table waiting to hear if there's something going on, or if you needed to communicate, or God forbid if somebody was injured. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I think it fits in really well with emergency preparedness and just another way of comms. I love all things radios, so even if it didn't fit into any of those categories, I still think this would be a great radio. I have a feeling this is quickly going to become a close friend of mine. I'm going to actually put this in my bedroom, and I'm going to have it so I can listen to AM at night. I love listening to when the clear channels kind of roll in after the sun goes down. So I'll have it in there for that. But it'll be awesome too. And I'm not kidding about this. I'm always out on the farm. I'm always out working, right? So as it's set up right now, either my wife has to go looking for me, which sometimes can be quite a pain because I am pretty deaf, so she can't just yell to me. She has to actually come find me. But I could now take these, which are rechargeable every night, clip one of these on my side. Instead of her having to come out and power up the GMRS radio base station here and call for me, she could have this thing right in the bedroom and just not even have to grab the key, just push to talk and give me a shout, and I'd hear it anywhere on the farm, and that's really neat. With the fact that it's GMRS as well as FRS, that means extended range. And even though this is a rather small antenna, GMRS pushing that extra power, and I'm not sure how many watts this thing puts out on high power, but I'll have to look at that and check. Yeah, I don't want to sit here and read it while I'm making this video, but I'll check into that, and we'll make a part 2. We'll do a couple of little range tests with this thing. Probably not too far down the road. I think it'd be interesting though to have this inside the house, so inside of a structure with the antenna inside the structure. And I'll go take the truck for a ride, which has the the 115 in it and an external antenna, and we'll see mobile to base, small base here, how well that works, and we'll also compare it to the walkies and see how far the communication range is between those two. I'm excited about it. Think it's really cool, and I hope you do too. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm Eric, the owner of Farpoint Farms, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, perhaps you'll think about liking and subscribing. I'll see you next time. Take care.
There's always something